Look closer. Beyond the vibrant stalls and the rhythm of commerce, you'll find the true heart of West Africa's economy. It's not in a boardroom or a bank. It's in the hands of the entrepreneur, the farmer, the artisan. Their passion is the engine. But what happens when the engine runs out of fuel? In their quest for strengthening numbers, they formed associations, a promise of a collective voice and a shared future. Yet, too often, these very lifelines are stretched thin, struggling with weak financial systems, low engagement, and a lack of direction. This is the quiet crisis that threatens to unravel everything. What if we could give them more than just solutions? What if we could give them a new kind of power, the power to connect, to learn from one another, and to build their own path to sustainability? At HSDF, we believe this is where everything changes. And that's what we achieved with CLOSA, a groundbreaking initiative led by HSDF and partners and funded by the US government. We didn't just offer solutions, we empowered local leaders to discover their own. Through mentoring, peer learning, and targeted tools, we helped associations build the one thing that money can't buy: resilience. CLOSA Impact began with the basics money, because when associations can't manage their resources, trust is lost and members walk away. In Nigeria, the Association of Women in Trade and Agriculture, AWITA, faced this challenge. They had the will to serve, but not the systems. Through CLOSA, they discovered how transparent financial policies could transform more than their books, they could transform confidence.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Ruth Abu. I'm the Executive Director, Association of Women in Trade and Agriculture, AWITA. At the financial management team strengthened in AWITA, where we can, keep our record straight. Before now, we're having it just haphazardly, but with the intervention of a closer program, we're able to have the financial management team where we have the financial supervisor, we have the record keeper, we have the financial secretary, and I have, well, of course, with me as the ES, and then all what goes out and coming were under checks, and it has been so it has put us really in the professional way when it comes to finances and handling our.
This shift did more than improve numbers on paper. It restored confidence, built trust, and gave members assurance that their future was secure in the hands of the association. But financial systems are only one part of the puzzle. To truly thrive, associations also need a clear map. This is where strategic planning made the difference. In Nigeria, the National Association of Small-Scale Industrialists (NASI) found its direction with CLOSA support. And across the border in Senegal, the Union of Women Entrepreneurs (UFS) embraced the same approach, proving that when associations align their goals with long-term strategies, they open doors to growth, visibility, and sustainability.
Okay, my name is Lukman Kura. I'm the Director of Business and Digital Services for NASI. NASI stands for Nigerian Association of Small Scale Industries. And training and communication visual content, which has significantly engaged our new members. So we found out that the engagement we do right now, we have support for newsletters production, training in graphic design, which has impacted on our communication and consistently. Though members appreciate the professional feel of our communication, which has also helped attract new members while saving costs on the external services. Gender-based violence and harassment. This is another agenda, which is another angle where HCF and CLOSA has impacted much on NASI. The CLOSA intervention helps us to understand the importance of addressing GBVH within our association operation. We have since begun sensitizing our leadership and members on the inclusion and respectful engagement, and are working towards creating a safer environment, particularly for our women entrepreneurs, which were able to establish offices that are directly engaging women and youths. Revenue generation, yes, a neighbor association revenue is very important. So with CLOSA, with the help of CLOSA, we're able to explore new revenue stream through strategic partnership at exhibition, mentorship opportunity will help us contact resources person that guided us in packaging and promoting our association services, leading to increase in visibility and financial
Fatou
opportunities.
Mboup, je suis la secrétaire générale et membre fondateur de l'Union des femmes chefs d'entreprise, qui est une organisation patronale des femmes évoluant dans plusieurs secteurs d'activité au Sénégal, à Dakar, et également membre d'une fédération de la CEDEAO, le FEFA-CEDEAO. Et il était nécessaire pour l'UFCE de redémarrer ses activités. Et une des portes d'entrée, une des démarches prioritaires, c'était d'avoir un plan de développement stratégique. Ce que CLOSA a pu nous offrir. Le partenariat avec le CLOSA nous a permis d'identifier donc, de mettre l'accent sur ce besoin réel qui permettrait à l'UFCE de redémarrer ses activités à travers un plan de développement stratégique qui allait identifier à travers d'abord un diagnostic nos faiblesses et également les menaces pour pouvoir les transformer en opportunités et en force. C'est ce qu'aujourd'hui nous avons gagné en collaboration avec le CLOSA qui a mobilisé des ressources techniques et financières pour accompagner l'UFCE dans cette élaboration.
This plan became more than a document. It became a compass, guiding leaders and members toward a shared destination. With stronger plans came stronger opportunities. In Nigeria's capital, NASI SCT chapter unlocked new revenue streams through innovative cooperative societies and trade fairs. What were once hidden talents and invisible products became showcases of pride-generating income, attracting buyers and opening doors that had long been closed. Revenue wasn't just about money, it was about visibility and value.
My name is Ambassador Lady Rosie Ironkwe, the chairperson of NASI, Nigerian Association of Small-Scale Industrialists, FCT chapter. Our relationship with CLOSA also helped us in creating financial breakthrough or financial independence for our members by establishing a cooperative. We know it is difficult for them to learn how to or to know how to save, and since government has no provision for that for what do you call us SMEs, except for people who work with government, so there is need for them to know, at least if you want to save some money for medicine, for medication for your family. So we helped them in doing that in the cooperative. Then the next one was the training on how to do design, letterhead, newsletter, and we got a training from CLOSA on Canva. So we use that. In fact, we are still using that to communicate with our members and to send messages to them. Then the next one is we were opportune to go to Chamber of Commerce for a training on how to organize a trade fair, and actually after like 3 weeks we were able to organize a successful trade fair for our members.
But true sustainability is not only about systems and profits. It's also about people, especially women, whose voices are often sidelined or silenced. HSDF and CLOSA supported associations including the National Association of Beauticians and Hairdressers in Ghana and Awita in Nigeria's FCT to tackle gender-based violence and harassment head-on. Through advocacy, training, and safe spaces, these associations showed that economic growth must be built on inclusion, dignity, and
My
respect.
name is Mrs. Amayemi Samuel. I am the GBV coordinator of Awita, Women in Trade in Agriculture. I would say CLOSA has actually opened my idea on GBV. They've really brightened the knowledge personally. Now, as an association, it has broadened a lot for us in the aspect of GBV because where we didn't know that we have passionate GBP officers in our office, CLOSA has opened that to us. Now, ways they did this was first of all, we had they organized a training, a case management training, where we about 20 of our members were GBV officers were brought in and trained on how to manage cases. One of the highlights of that training was the aspect of how to identification of survivors and how to manage the cases. So we were taught on how to identify the issue, how to go about, and then the documentation. That aspect was it for me because at the end of that training, we not only got to know how to identify these survivors, how to handle the cases. We are also given materials. Materials were equipped with materials, information, how to gather the information, how to record the information. So filing of this information. So after that training, we had a step down training, like a backup or a follow up training, where we brought it down home and had all our GBV officers go through the same training. Even round the states, all the state points officers. I have to put this. We were able to before we did not have these point officers, but it was after this training that we know that we used to just have people there, but now we were able to carve out point officers at the different states, at the different markets.
And once associations felt safer and more strategic, they were ready to tell their stories to the world. Because an association that cannot communicate its value remains invisible. In Ghana, the Federal Association of Ghanaian Exporters and the Ghana Association of Barbers and Barbing Salon Owners discovered the power of branding and storytelling. With new tools in communication, they found their voices that attracted members, amplified their causes, and made their work impossible to ignore.
My name is Nancy Kwashi. I'm the admin and finance manager for Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters. I'm also the coordinator for projects and facilitation of international trade shows. So in the area of communication, in the area of branding, it has strengthened FAGE to be able to communicate well to its members, and the strategy document, it's helping FAGE to market itself, to sell itself to its stakeholders. And so the overall CLOSA project was a good one for FAGE.
I am Bernard Joachim Georgie, the Regional Vice Chairman of Ghana Association of Barbers. Yes, so in terms of branding, CLOSA has drawn our attention to the very important issues that we were neglecting. For instance, as you can see my shirt, if it was not for training that we went through with CLOSA, we wouldn't have really found it necessary to brand Lacoste for our members. But currently, because of those programs, we went out to develop certain items that would help us to sell the brand worldwide.
The most profound impact of the CLOSA project was creating something even more powerful than any individual success story, a network of resilient leaders. Through mentoring and peer learning networks, associations across West Africa discovered they were not alone. They learned from one another, shared tools, and built living proof that together, associations across the region could rise stronger, smarter, and more sustainable than ever before.
Bonsoir, je m'appelle Marie-Anne Pélissard. Je suis sage-femme de formation et je suis la vice-présidente de l'Association nationale des sages-femmes d'État du Sénégal. Je suis utilisée par CLOSA pour pouvoir atteindre les objectifs Il y avait la formation, le renforcement de capacité, les webinaires, les entretiens en ligne, mais aussi le coaching, le mentoring. Donc, ces stratégies nous ont permis vraiment d'atteindre nos objectifs, bien que tous les objectifs n'ont pas été atteints, mais aussi on a vu qu'il y a eu une amélioration dans la gestion organisationnelle. Et ceci même nous a permis de pouvoir chercher des fonds et d'organiser même des renforcements de capacité sur la gestion organisationnelle. Par rapport à la communication, donc la formation, les renforcements de capacité que nous avons avec CLOSA nous ont permis aux membres qui ont pu assister aux formations d'élaborer des newsletters pour vraiment améliorer la communication, mais aussi la visibilité des activités, des actions faites par l'association.
HSDF has not just implemented a project, it has built a foundation for a new era of private sector development in West Africa. By demonstrating the power of evidence-based, locally led initiatives, we have shown that a sustainable future is within reach. We have not just empowered associations, we have transformed the region. However, the journey is not a sprint, but a marathon. There are still countless associations across Africa that require this empowerment. At HSDF, we remain committed to helping these associations succeed and to making Africa's economy great. We welcome partnerships to advance this impactful work across the continent.